Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
How are you? Oh, virus Indiana on the lean.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I see now.
Handina Tino hapo. I didn't create this.
Oh, we are in charge today.
Yes. Of course.
Have you done your community service, Lynn?
Yes, sir. I did. But Yakari
So you are done with 50 days.
No, not 50 days. It's 50
How many days
hours.
have you done?
It's 50 hours. So
Oh, 50 hours.
yeah, 50 hours. Maybe I only did
I thought it was 50 days.
50 days. That's a lot.
Okay, so what did you do on your community service?
Data entering, like entering student name, IDs, what else? Surname.
Where did you do that community service?
In Triangle.
Oh, in Triangle. So
Yeah.
I bring us a sugar.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Okay, thanks. Right. Yeah, let's look at today's lesson, guys. I'm sure. Yeah, I want to hear questions from you guys concerning clustering and multidimensional because I've got the notes for the next section, but I'm wondering should I start the lessons or should I wait for you guys to be done with the assignments, because now we're lagging behind. We've got assignment on multidimensional, which is due Friday next week. Then you've got an assignment which is due this Friday. You get it? So I think you would only have there's only one last assignment that will be left. That will be on random forest and logistic regression. So what do you think I should do? We should do it, and then probably then you would revise using the video, right? I need your cooperation there, because you've got an assignment of more dimensional, which is due next week Friday, and you have another assignment that will be due next Friday, and you're done with the assignments. I'm sure 3 assignments you will be somehow expecting what in Python. Tanaka. I'm waiting for your responses. What should you do? Should we do the new topic next week after you've submitted the clustering assignment? Or I should attend to your questions on multidimensional or clustering?
New topic next week after submission.
Someone saying next week you should start a new topic. Yes, we should. New topic. Someone said we should start the new topic. So can you chat? Can you type on chat so that I can hear your comments, guys? Someone's saying new topic next week. And then what about now? What should you do now? Use your chat, guys, to chat rather than to be quiet. I can't do the revision of clustering using Python. Is your assignment, guys. I can't do that. I can't. That's your assignment. You've got, I think it's 2 or 3 weeks now doing that assignment. I can't do that. Okay, somebody, yeah, that one I would probably understand, Lynn. What are you saying? Let's discuss last lecture on multidimensional, right? But I'll open the script and then you tell me what you want to know. I'll not do everything. What else? Someone wants to think of someone besides Lynn? What's the thinking of someone besides Lynn? Lynn has said, let's discuss last lecture on multidimensional. Something that is related on assignment, Tanaka, don't do that. So what will be the purpose of us revising clustering using Python before you submit the assignment? Yes, yeah, with Lynn, excellent. Who else is with Lynn? Primrose. Purity. Purity, what's your take? Okay, so now I'm opening the screen. The other script, where is it? So on the chat, you tell me what you want to know. So I'm looking at the chat, what you want to know on multidimensional. I've opened the other script and I'm expecting to hear questions from you on multidimensional. You can go ahead and ask questions, guys. I'm waiting for your questions, guys.
Okay, so can you scroll down there? So, yeah.
Where exactly?
Yeah, up. Line 68. Panabvunza question. So what's going on?
Or Lynette said, let's just do a recap of the previous lesson. So that's what you're doing. So I'm waiting for questions so that I can explain to you some of the concepts that we did last time. So I'm there now, Lynn. Go ahead.
So I wanted to ask you pakuplota manhikiro ayo kuti iwo ndio unofanira kuspecifya kuti you want to plot this one versus this one, not kuti computer ikuitire zvese.
Yeah, the computer doesn't do it for you. You have to specify what you want based on what you have decided to do.
Prima asked a question and can you please
How do you
explain?
interpret? Okay. There's a let me try to download SchemScan so that I can scan a, or should I take a picture and then convert it to a PDF? Or let me send you Lynn.
Okay, sir.
Lynn,
Sir?
Can I send you a picture?
You're breaking.
Can I send you a picture and then on the group and then you scan it and then is it okay?
You send me a picture on the group, then I scan.
Yeah, not yet. I want to share. I think the Shepherd diagrams that we have on those ones are not that good. I hope it will be clear enough. Can you scan that and then so that we can explain our Shepherd diagrams, you can explain them.
Yeah, I can do that. You can send the pics.
Or you can zoom the picture right on Zoom. Let me give you the mandate to share. Where do I go to right? Where's Lynn Moore? Make him a host. Yeah. So I've made you a host so you can share the picture for this current document.
Or picture I must send about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I want to explain. That was Primrose. May you please explain the Shepherd diagram and how to evaluate it? So this was a question that this is a question that is a typical question that I have here. So any other question, guys? You're open. This discussion is open for everyone. Yeah, try to zoom it more. You can't zoom it better than that. Yes, I think this is clear. Okay. Okay, I want to explain the Shepherd diagrams. Can you go below? So these are the Shepherd diagrams. Not that far. Can you just go above a little bit? Okay. Yeah. Excellent. So if you look at this picture, you will see that we've got a non-matrix multidimensional scaling, which is ratio, interval, ordinal, and M-spline, right? And we have got the respective plots for those types of non-matrix multidimensional scaling. So there's plot which is representing fit 1, there's a plot representing fit 2, there's a plot representing fit 3, there's a plot representing fit what? Fit 4, right? So usually we prefer a stress which is less, right? So if you're going to look at the first type, which is ratio, interval, ordinal, M-spline, right? You would see that ordinal and M-spline, right? They probably suggest a minimum number of minimum stress, which is which suggests that the type of non-matrix multidimensional scaling is appropriate for that particular data. So based on stress, right, you would prefer consider ordinal in an M-spline, right? So let's come back to the plots, right? And then you look at the plots. Let's look at the plots on itself. You look at the first plot of the ratio. Yes, it's diagonally, right? For interval, it's diagonally, right? And for ordinal in M-spline, it's not that diagonal, right? So based on those validations, which one would you prefer the better most type of validation based on those Shepherd diagrams?
I think the ratio.
The ratio and what? An interval, right?
And interval.
So there's
yes, yes.
yeah, but there's some bit of contradiction. Can you see that? Can you see that there's some bit of contradiction there? So in such situations, they may arise such situations where the validation measures they are contradicting. Right? So which one now? Which one would you validate at the end to say which one is a better method of mapping? Is it ratio, interval, ordinal, and M-spline?
Based on the diagram, say.
Based on the diagram.
I think the first one.
But on the stress level, it's telling us that the stress level is too high. Okay, let's go back to our notes and see.
Oh, it's 0.1. Okay.
So this is the argument that we need to rise up, guys, and come to that level of the argumentative in terms of results. To say, okay, this is what we are getting. But we need to come up with the conclusion, which is a better method. You can't say all of them are good, right? And now you need to find out which one is a better method of what of comparing, because we want the chamber diagram to be diagonal. But now, however, it's diagonal, these two ones, but the stress levels are too high. Okay, let's go to, make me log the worst Lynn.
Okay, sir.
Make me the worst.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm not sure the worst. Okay, thanks. So let's look at this. Okay. You see the stress levels. You need to compare with those ones, right? There was a stress level which was 0.1. It's almost 0.11. It's above 0.1, which is poor, right? 0.09 is also what? It's also poor. 0.09 is fair, right? And then that one is what? It's 0.03. It's good. So which one would you prefer now? Can you share back your screen based on that? Let me make you to share the screen, Lynn.
Okay.
So based on this argument, which one would you prefer now?
Well, I think the second one, which is the interval, since it has its shape as, and then the fitness it's fair.
Okay, can you explain? Can you go back? Who is explaining that?
Brandon.
What's okay? Well, you're using Brandon as your name on your Zoom, right?
Yes, Brandon Mutombo.
Yeah, that's an excellent answer. You're striking the balance, right?
Okay.
You're striking the balance between
yes,
the two. That would be the interval. So you see, the judgmental has to be perfect or some sort. Yes, hi Primrose. Primrose.
I say.
Did you understand the argument that came up with Brandon and even Taffy?
Yes, I understood.
Huh?
Yes, I understood.
Yes, that's argumentative that you need to come up with. So that means even if you cross-check the plot of the what do you call? I think you can cross-check with the plot for the interval and see whether does it produce the what you call the same plot or the same map with the European Union plot. So you can check on the internet and look at how does the interval come out vis-a-vis the European map with those cities.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? So that argument, that's the argument that I probably require also in clustering. Say, okay, clustering is the best, and then why? Since a valid reason that can convince me to say this one is a better clustering technique. Another question?
So I didn't understand. I didn't understand the part where we had to plot. I think we had to plot diagrams, and then we had to compare. Was it with the European? Was it with the European shape of the country? And then you had to say we're using Athens and say it was something like that. Saying you would then compare with the shape of something.
Okay, all I was saying is right now, right? We assume that you don't know the map. All right, let's assume that you don't know the map. But all what you want you to do is to be able to come up with a better plot, right? Right. So based on the plots that we had, right? I'm sure there was a plot that had no Athens clearly labeling. Okay, let me zoom out and then show you. Okay, was it this one or the other one? No, it's not this one. I think it was a metric multidimensional, which is I think it was scaling, multidimensional scaling. There's someone who has posted a question. I'll come back to you. Who asked the question? Is it Brendan?
Yes, sir. It's Brendan.
Can you see this plot, Brendan?
Yes, I can see.
So if you look at that questions, we had considered 4 configurations, right?
Yes.
So there's configuration 1 and 2, right?
Yes, sir.
And configuration 1 and what? So we're looking at the pairs of each configuration because we're looking at 2 dimensions.
Okay.
Per each. So let's look at the configuration 1 versus 2, right?
Yes.
Let's look at the position of Athens.
Yes, top right.
Right. Let's move on to configuration 1 and what and 3. Where is Athens?
Yeah, at the middle right.
Where is configuration 1 and 4?
Middle right again.
2 and 3?
Middle right.
2 and 4?
Middle right.
3 and 4?
Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, it's
there.
almost on the,
Check
it's
on
almost
the
on
south.
the bottom left,
Right.
somewhere on
So
the middle there.
Yeah. So the question is, which is a better mapping? Which is a better configuration? It comes to this, right? So that's the idea that you're coming up with. Saying, let's come up with let's assume that we don't know the map of Europe. And let's come up with the best results that can explain what Europe map. Right? So based on analysis, suppose you're given any distances and any data that requires you to perform multidimensional. What should you do so that you produce good results when you're looking at what? At multidimensional. Lina, how did you manage to control my screen?
Am I controlling his screen?
Okay, Lini has pointed out where there is Athens, right? Can you point out through all those configurations so that other guys can see that? Brendan. Brendan.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Suppose you get a data, you get a Zimbabwean data, right? And yes, probably we are looking at. I'm sure I will try to get this data, and then there is a data about Zimbabwe. I think if you look at the picture that I sent you, there was a data. They used the distances between what cities in Zimbabwe. We should be able to produce maps based on that data.
Okay.
And we need an accurate result.
Okay.
Somebody says, say, how do we calculate purity under K-means, K-medians? K-medians, is it not palm? It's almost the interchange the name. It's palm and what? It's palm or K-medians. So why are you saying, is it what Taffy? Taffy, why are you saying purity under K-medians?
And those are not go now.
Calculate purity under medians.
Yeah, let me share this. Let me share picture.
Okay. Or let's give you an opportunity to share on the screen. Taffy.
Yeah, so anyone can share right now. Any participant.
Okay, anyone can share.
Yeah.
We've got an ICT guy here. So you can share your screen. It's Taffy. Yeah, Taffy. Okay, any other question from you guys?
So no problem that my calculations are data kana trick R okay. My formula achitokwanisa kumaziva nemusoro here kuti like the output tofana kuziva tinofana kubuda yakaita sei. Like pamaita
which calculations are you talking about?
Like standardization or scaling.
No, it's not supposed to be that much. No, it's
okay.
not.
Okay.
What I'm concerned about, look at how I've given you questions on the tutorial. This is the style that I'll be setting the questions for your exam.
Okay.
I think I'll be sending the other tutorial number 3 soon. Can you rotate? I can't see. It's can you rotate your picture?
Okay. I can see the function you rotate.
I think isn't it assigning objects based on the optimum score? We need to find out about that, because I think. Hello. You see number 3.
I don't know. Yes.
You see number 3, which says how to use silhouette score, find the optimal number of clusters.
Yeah.
Right. That's the one that is used to determine the optimal number of clusters. I think how to calculate the purity, it's more of classifying the what? the observation to a particular cluster. You may try to Google it. Yeah, I think the terminology is new to me. But every time, these things are changing. So I would advise you to Google more on that. I didn't understand the term period, but chemidions, it's more of palm. That's palm method. That's the other name of palm. Any other questions, guys? Before we're done with the 40 minutes. If you see that people are not asking questions and they didn't understand, they're not reading.
Wait, so you said on the plotting, we are supposed to compare with the map to get.
No, okay. Do you follow football? I think most of the people, they follow football, right? If you're comparing Messi and Ronaldo, don't compare Messi and Ronaldo using scores only, right? There's a lot of comparison that has to be done in order to say Ronaldo is better than Messi or Messi is better than Ronaldo. You get it? So that's the same thing when it comes to validation of results. Validation of results may not be based on one measure. Probably if you Google, you get more some validation measures than what I've given you. Right? I might have limited due to stress, goodness of fit, and Shepard diagrams. So now comparing two or more things, right? Don't compare based on one concept. Validate based on different measures so that you can be able to conclude.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Welcome, Brenda. Next, Tinokanyara Ulta, Tanacho, Mudiwa, they're all quiet. I'm waiting for your questions, guys. So we'll meet next week, Tuesday. I think next week, Tuesday, we're starting on supervised learning techniques. So one of them is classification. Under classification, we're going to look at random forest model. We're going to also look at logistic regression. So by the end of this month, you should be done with this course, and more class will be on the assignments. So I'll give more weight on these assignments: clustering, multidimensional classification.
So say Matimuti them
Yes,
assignment Mangwana Bato submit for next week.
There's an assignment, multidimensional, right?
Do you have Mangwana?
Which is due. No, I did give you on was it on Tuesday? I said conduct any data mining approach, right? And getting access to any data that is can be valid for multidimensional. And you conduct multidimensional scaling methods.
Okay.
I say go online. Try to apply data mining as what you call methods, right? To mine data. It's either on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any other platform, Google. Get your data. That data, so you need to know which data is appropriate for what for multidimensional scaling. I know data sets that are available for free online, right? But I know how you would obtain your data. If you have done your data mining well, I would know that you have done the data mining.
So are we going to do that in groups?
Yes, in the same groups. I prefer learning in groups. I don't like individual work, though it's university style. But individual group work, you learn better if you want to learn. If you don't want to learn, then you share ideas with other guys. That people or not much better than others. But when it comes to group assignments, they're not that good. But personally, I prefer group discussions. Utilize those group discussions for you to learn. Because if I had not given you these assignments, you would have to cram the codes, which doesn't make sense. So go on data camp, go on different platforms. All that you need is the data.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So let's enjoy your day and work towards submission of the assignment.
See.
Yes.
I'm requesting my assignments you cover in PDF form for further revision. I'm a PDF or a Word document to revision.
No, these questions that I'm giving you, right, by head, right, they're not part of the exams. The one that I gave you, check on the WhatsApp group. I gave you tutorial 1 and tutorial 2.
Okay.
Or you refer to the other script that has to be a Word or PDF.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're referring to. What do you refer to a PDF? What do you want to be a PDF?
Naturally, the question you asked him like he lost the time assignment.
No, the question last assignment is okay. What I said just perform clustering on a particular date. That's what I said. It's like what I have done right now. Perform multi-dimension on a particular data, but now I've specified that you have to mine the data.
Language in Python or
in Python. Multi-dimension is in Python.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when we finish the semester, you tell yourself you know theory, you have got a distinction in the exam, you've got a distinction in application.
Anyway, thanks.
So bye, guys.
Paga chata.
Bye. But virus.